Farmhouse that will be approaching was the birthplace of Henry Ford. He was born here in July of 1863. The farm was located just outside of Detroit, comprised 70 acres and a family raised sheep. If you ever have a chance, stop by the farmhouse, look inside, see what life is like with Henry.
We're on our way now to the main gate, Firestone Station. Smith Creek Depot here is one of the original 28 buildings that Greenfield Village when they opened October 21st, 1929. It's an authentic train depot, comes to us from Smith Street, Michigan, about 65 miles northeast here, just outside of Fort Huron. The brick building across from Smith Street is Edison, a limited company where Thomas Edison created many generators that helped power portions of the city of Detroit. You can learn how Henry Ford Michigan, about an hour and a half west of here. We salvaged what we could from that building, anything structurally sound, included in this one, but opened it up in 2000. We do all of our service, repair, and maintenance on our three coal-fired steam locomotives. Beyond the trees and bushes on the other side of the roundhouse is Liberty Craft Works, where the artisans do all the crafting, and that's all open for you to visit. The largest part of our working farms district will be off to the right side as we complete the left turn up ahead. The Firestone Farm, built in 1828 in Columbia County, Ohio. It is the birthplace and childhood home of Harvey Firestone, the originator of the tire and rubber company. A very good friend to Henry Ford. It's a working farm, 7.5 acres, work year-round, and it's open for you. Approaching the main gate, Firestone Station. If you choose to get off here, it's a short walk back to the farmhouse, or over to Liberty Craft Works, or even to the Model T loading dock. Remain seated, please. Wait for the whistle from the engineer. Once you get that whistle, then you can get up and exit on the right side only. We'll be here for just about 5 minutes, and then depart for another round trip. Our trip around Greenfield Village will take approximately 30 minutes. We'll have 2 additional stops. Please sit back, relax. Is divided into historic districts. The Henry Ford Model T district is first on the left, as we can enjoy a ride on an authentic Model T through the interior of the village. Visit Henry Ford's birthplace. It's the white farmhouse built in 1861. He was born there in 1863, moved here in 1944 from 3.25 miles away, which is on Ford Road in Greenfield Road. Those are merino sheep under the shade of that Osage orange tree. Main Street District is where the Wright Brothers Home and Cycle Shops are. Their authentic buildings come to us from Dayton, Ohio, built in the 1870s. Learn about the beginning of aviation there. Visit Mrs. Cohen's millinery shop from downtown Detroit, built about 1860. Next to her, the H.J. Heinz building, built in 1835 in Sharpsburg, Pennsylvania. And Sir John Venice Sweet Shop in London and Lynn on Main Street. Behind the Ford Motor Company to the left is the loading dock with the Model T ride. Edison Networks is the next historic district, Thomas Edison is credited with 1,073 U.S. patents, anywhere from England, France, and Germany. On the village green is the Logan County Courthouse River and Lincoln Practice Law, built in 1840 in Lincoln, Illinois. The gray building here is the rebuilt Menlo Park Laboratory, and the gold building we're approaching is Sarah Jordan's boarding house. Many of the men who worked for Edison at the lab lived there. It's one of the first buildings in the United States wired for electricity. Next to Sarah Jordan is Edison's official Fort Myers, Florida laboratory. And around the corner from him is the Luther Burbank Garden Office, the only building from the west coast of the United States, built in 1906 in Santa Rosa, California. Covered bridge comes to us from southwest Pennsylvania. This is the entranceway to Fortunes and Harvest District. Here you can visit historic homes such as Noah Webster's 1823 home from New Haven, Connecticut, Robert Frost home, the Maddox's farmhouse, the Hermitage slave quarters, the Guppy's cabin, all up on Maple Lane and more. The other side of the bridge and up that sidewalk to the right, the sandstone complex is the Coxwell Cottage, built in 1619 in Chatsworth County, England. We'll be stopping directly ahead here. This is Susquehanna Station. We'll be here for 4 minutes. If you choose to get off here, the train will be back around in about 30 minutes. Remain seated, please. Wait for the whistle from the engineer. Once he gives you that whistle, that'll indicate he has set the air brake and be safe to get up and exit through the left side only. We're on our way now to Smith Creek Depot at the far north end of Greenfield Village. Is that the top of the map? The white building here is the Susquehanna Plantation, built in the very early 1800s. Come to us from St. Mary's County, Maryland, on the Patuxent River, 700 acres of tobacco, wheat, and corn. The rust-colored building is the oldest American-made building in the village, dating to the early 1600s, the Plimpton House, where Mr. and Mrs. Plimpton raised 7 children in that small building in South Sudbury, Massachusetts. The windmill is the Ferris windmill, considered the oldest in the United States, built in 1640 on Cape Cod. It was a gift to Henry Ford by his National Dealer Association in 1936. The dark gray building next to us is the Daggett Farmhouse, dating to 1754 from Andover, Connecticut. We're going through now is a wetland and wildlife preserve. There are some white-tailed deer, fox, and coyote back here. Various birds such as blue herons, white egrets, red-tailed hawks, and turkeys. high blast of steam as the process steam locomotives go through to purge the boiler of any scales in the water. It's called a blowdown. It's an activities field throughout our season. We do many things in Park Top here. In a couple of weekends, it'll be our summer schedule going forward. Every Saturday and Sunday, it'll be historic baseball here. Using 1867 baseball rules where baseball gloves are optional, not preferred. The buildings up on the hill are the backside of the porches in Parlors District. The red brick building is Noah Webster's home. The large complex we're approaching is the Henry Ford Academy. It's a charter high school. Over 525 students attend. They're selected through a lottery system from Wayne County. Graduation rate exceeds 95%. The curriculum focus is on science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. The 10th, 11th, and 12th graders have classrooms in the village. The 9th graders are in the indoor museum. When Henry Ford opened Greenville Village in 1929, he wanted to convey the inspiration of the American genius to the students. But Henry Ford was always students first. He could be seen with them in the classrooms and on field trips. He wanted to inspire them through America's traditions of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and innovation, and we continue that here today. These 3 Pullman cars are attached in the center. They're part of the senior class classrooms. On the left side of the small white stone building is the Martha Mary Chapel, a non-denominational chapel, very popular for weddings throughout our season. The name comes from Henry Ford's mother-in-law, Martha, and Mother Mary. It's one of the original buildings here. The green building is a taste of history. It's a cafeteria-style restaurant. Connected to it is a white building, the Eagle Tavern, built in 1830 in Clinton, Michigan, about 50 miles away. There's where you can experience a sit-down meal with people serving you inferior food. We're making a half-right turn here, heading on to Railroad Junction, stopping at Smith's Creek Depot platform for 4 minutes. If you choose to get off here, it's a short walk over to the 1913 Carousel, the playground, Edison Illuminating Company, Smith's Creek Depot, and you near the Detroit Central Marketplace, all in this area. Remain seated, wait for the whistle from the engineer. Once you get that whistle, then you can get up and exit to the bus. And the crafting area is between here and the next stop. So it's a choice of getting off here or waiting to the next stop and walking.
is coming in and giving us the first American dictionary. It took over 25 years to complete.
Arms, legs, and feet inside the cars at all times. Parents, if you're boarded with little ones, please place yourselves on the outside of the row. If that is not practical, make sure they're held or easily within your reach. There's also no eating or drinking except for bottled water while on the train. We now begin our journey around the village to the north side at Smith Creek.
Passing by our Susquehanna Plantation. This came from Tidewater, Maryland. Originally comprised of 700 acres, and in 1832 their principal crops were corn and tobacco. We're now coming up to our Cape Cod windmill, built in 1649. Farmhouse that we'll be approaching was the birthplace of Henry Ford. He was born here in July of 1863. The farm was located just outside of Detroit, comprised of 70 acres of the farm. Never had a chance to stop by the farm.